Remember, it's not Hollywood's fault, or the writer's fault, or the director's fault, or the actor's fault that you as an established fan base doesn't like the product. It's just your fault. Hello there, true believers. I hope you're beautiful out there, because I'm beautiful right here, and that means you're beautiful out there. My name is Vaderfly, and I hope you are having a great day out there. If you want to check out my Instagram stuff, you can follow me right here for my cosplay stuff, and you can see all my little, vlogs and stories and everything else, and check out where I'm going to be at for my latest conventions or everything else so far. So far, I'm just going to be kind of more in my area, but later this year, I'm going to be venturing out to say hi to people like you, and hopefully other people. So make sure to like, share, and subscribe. To me, please leave that one thing that's very special to me, a comment right down below. So let's go ahead and get into this. Today, we're going to talk about the anti-fan. George R.R. Martin posted on his blog that there's too many anti-fans out there, they're asking for too much. It's getting crazy out there, guys. Guys, it's getting nuts. It's getting nuts. In quote, toxicity is growing. It used to be fun talking about our favorite books, films, and having spirited debates with fans who saw things different. But it is no longer enough to say, I don't like this book or this film, and here's why. People will rather talk about the stuff they hate than stuff they love, and delight in dancing on the grave of anyone whose film has flopped. Okay, I have a lot of problems with this statement, and this is either you're feigning ignorance or you're being deliberately disingenuous. This is a lot of the things I keep saying about what's wrong with the geekdom community today, where people's ideologies are wrapped around their political views rather than their just love of the fandom. People need to remember, there were nerds back then before social media that used to get into it about, who was their favorite captain. Was it Picard or is it Kirk? Who was their favorite Transformer? Who was their favorite Power Ranger? Who was the best DBZ character? People used to get into these kind of debates all the time. But the difference was that the media didn't tell you to have those debates. The nerd community were able to have those debates and not have it spread like wildfire. Yes, as social media progressed and grown from forums and everything else, yes, there were more ways to be accessible to talk about these kind of things. But back then, you could talk about these at the playground, at the comic book store, at the mall, and kind of have a back and forth about their favorite thing and their least favorite thing in certain fandom, part A or part B. The problem with today's nerdom, though, today's geekdom, is that you have to follow a certain way of thinking. You are not allowed to have a differencing of opinion. I have said this so many times in so many of my videos at this point, that once back then you could say, hey, I don't like this thing. Okay, you could walk away without being any repercussions, not have to worry about getting canceled, not worried about any of that kind of stuff. Nowadays, if you side or you say that you like a certain thing or certain aspect, you are target number one. Now, don't get me wrong, the cancel culture days seem like they're slowly starting to roll back since there's been a lot of layoffs and a lot of things being changed and shifted in the direction of the indie scene, which I am very grateful and so excited to see the new renaissance of art. But hence not we forget, these people, like Martin himself, stoked the fires of these anti-fans. And I say this, why these people are so excited to see these projects fail, so excited to see these things fall apart, is because they are being tired of being told that they are a bad person for disagreeing with the film or disagreeing with the message. I have made this very clear so many times before. If you as a consumer are paying your hard-earned money to go see a show, to go watch a movie, to play a video game and you are told that you're a bad person for not liking it, or you are given crap, you have every right to complain. Look at the recent debacle with the Suicide Squad game. Everybody universally is hating on it. And it is not because it's just hated on because it's Suicide Squad kills the Justice League. Yes, we all understand the title, but the problem is people don't like what they did with these characters. And every right to be upset about that. But yet, once again, the media is painting out the people that are actually giving these criticisms as bad people. Once people keep getting painted as bad people, guess what? They want to see those projects fail. I personally don't like that method of thinking, but at the same time, I understand why so many people get so upset about this kind of stuff. They're passionate. They expect you to have the same level of care that they put into the thing that they have been shilling money towards for years. It's like they almost forget that you have to cater to the fan base that kept the thing alive. It's like so many people seem to not understand this methodology. I just don't understand why on God's green earth you would purposely try to destroy an IP, have actors tell you you're a bad person, have directors tell you you're a bad person, have the writers tell you you're a bad person, have all the media tell you you're a bad person, and expect the fan, the person that loved that IP to be okay with it? This is where I'm going. I think you're being disingenuous, George. I don't mean to say that as some kind of insult or some kind of outburst, but you can't be this blind, can you? I say this again. When you call a Lord of the Rings fan racist, I legitimately do not understand anything anymore. What year is it? What's going on? I believe in my heart this is a reaction to the years of bullying, the years of people being canceled, being dogpiled, being told to self-delete themselves for not liking opinions, for not liking the slop that has been given to them. This is what it has become. Yes, the anti-fan is there because they know you can do better and you choose not to do better. That's the reason why they exist. It's not because they just want to see everything fail. No, they're tired. They're tired of coming home after a long day's work or whatever's happened in their lives. They have the boot on their game to only be told that they're a horrible, despicable person. I don't think I would want to do that, especially in a world that seems to live in nihilism. Your statement rings like an ignorant person, but I know you're not being ignorant because I know for a fact that you have purposely been dodging your book. You've been purposely dodging your book. The fans wouldn't be this upset if they were told that they were horrible human beings every goddamn day. If a certain spectrum of color wasn't told that they're all human, they're all awful people. I would not expect you to understand that from a person that lives in an ivory tower. I personally don't like to see this kind of division amongst my fellow nerds and my fellow geek people. I love to see when they come together, have a good time at a convention. It's the greatest time ever. But I hate to say this, I don't like talking about some of the stuff because I feel like we're always walking on eggshells. Now, the internet and in real life is two different realms, and we do have to accept that because some people who act on their internet personas don't act like they are in their real life personas. Me, I'm one and the same, and a little more vulgar to be completely honest. I wished that these people will understand that we are tired of seeing this horrible takes like this, where he's basically saying two different things, but at the same time he's contradicting himself. Why you're saying that in one set that But it's no longer enough to say, I don't like this book or this film, and here's why. People will rather talk about the stuff they hate than the stuff they love and delight in dancing the grapes. Yeah, you do realize that the reason why people are talking about the things that they hate is because the things that they love are no longer there. They're tarnished. They're gone. You do realize this, right? You do realize what you're saying in your statement itself doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's not the fact that these fans want to shit on Star Wars or want to shit on Doctor Who, want to shit on Star Trek, want to shit on anything that has been coming out. But when you constantly go against the grain and constantly try to destroy the fan base that supported these things for years by purposely doing things that know you're going to get controversy for, what do you think they're going to do after a while? Do you think they're just going to keep taking it? No, I think you of all people should know that you have to challenge your fan base. You have to challenge the readers in critical thinking. You can't just be as blind. And if you are, I don't know what to say. All in all, this is just what I have to say. And this very interesting quote this man has to say is that, yes, anti-fans do exist. Sure, we can agree on that. But I wouldn't say they're anti-fans. I think they're fans that are just fed up with everything that Hollywood's done, with everything what the comic book industry's done, the video game industry, everything. I don't like being negative about this kind of stuff. That's why I try to be very toned back and try to tell you guys that we are going to make it. But the thing is, we have to start creating stuff on our own. It is time. It's like I said, the indie scene is very hot right now. If you have an idea and you have the gumption, the will, and the God-given strength to make it through, I promise you, you're going to make something just as great as Game of Thrones. It is up to us at this point to start creating stuff new. Because the things that are now once were our favorite things are basically ruled by committees, and they're never going to be the same way ever again. So I ask you out there, the fandom, the geekdom, the nerd community, get up and do something. May it be boycotting stuff, may it be going up, turning a blind eye and playing older video games or playing more indie games. Choose with your wallet, because we only have a finite amount of time on this earth, and that is just a truth that we all have to admittedly have to take. But you are the one that can create the path of great things and create the new renaissance. If you're one of those writers, or you're one of those graphic novel creators, if you're one of those costumers, if you're one of those musicians, go out and create great things. Because the year of the anti-fan will never go away until we finally stick up to the people that are destroying the things that we loved at one point in time. And that is just the fair truth. But what do you think, you beautiful person out there? What do you think about all these things that I said? Do you agree? Do you disagree? If you agree, let me know. If you even disagree, let me know. I don't care, because this is what we are here. We are here to have a conversation, have our opinions be heard, and that is the most important thing in this community. It's about critical thinking. Not just accepting what the people say, but understanding that, hey, we all have different opinions. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. Make sure if you want to follow me on my Instagram, you are more than welcome to follow me there. I am the King of Dreamers, also known as Vaderfly. I love you guys. I love you, true believers. You guys are amazing. Keep your heads above water. Be beautiful. We will talk to you later. All right. Peace.